Hey guys, welcome to the tier list video.
Sorry I'm late, but being this guy and the corresponding chemistry issues, no Will, not that kind of chemistry, be quiet, has slowed me down a little bit. But because I'm no longer having 6 hours of sleep per night, and this guy isn't watching over my shoulder every living second of the day, means that I can actually work on this video. Yippee! So you know the drill. I sent out a survey about tier list stuff, and most of you guys responded, except for Liv and Ray, who seem to only check their laptops' emails once every millennia. But we're just gonna skip over that, and so we're gonna go through all the tier lists, starting with... So, how this is gonna work is I'm gonna say a person, then put them in the tier list that is the average of what everyone on the form said. Let's go! So, for this category, Jacob goes in D tier. No surprises here, bro has an English debate to write and he's playing Cookie Clicker. Will goes in C tier. This is completely logical because I think Will spends 3 times as much of his chemistry lesson watching YouTube gaming videos and messaging someone than actually reading the textbook. I go in S tier. I shouldn't be surprised, I guess. Isaac is in B tier. Jonty voted Devo, which is somewhat understandable considering Isaac's compulsion to... Jonty goes in C. Dylan goes in C, despite very humbly putting himself in A. Corinne gets an A, Bethany gets an A, and Lucy gets an A. She did get 4 S's, and for some reason all those 4 S's came from guys, excluding Will who said B and me because I didn't do this quiz. Dakota gets a perfectly balanced C, Georgia gets a C, and Liv gets a D. Ray gets an A, and that's a cool rhyme, and Lily gets a B, although out of all people Dylan said F. Bro can't talk considering that his Google background is this. Finally, Hope gets a C, although she, along with Jacob and Lily, think that this should be F. Well, that finishes tier list number 1. Now let's get ready for number... Note, this is not the ability to act weird at will specifically. That would be a very hard criteria to judge on unless you're Jacob. We will start this tier list with the only unanimous result in the entire survey. Jacob gets S. Will gets slightly less than this with an A, although for some reason Dakota just didn't realise this question existed. I also get an A, although I have no clue what Jonty's thinking putting me in D tier. Look at me, dude. And this trend continues for the rest of the guys. We all get A tier. And now for the girls. Funnily enough, there was nothing higher than B, so there must be a clear level of extinction. Sorry, distinction. It was meant to be distinction. Corinne gets C tier. Funnily enough, she voted herself for A while Georgia and Jonty voted F. Bethany also gets C, but both the school captains said A, so I wonder if we should take their word for it. Lucy gets C. The highest anyone put her was A, and this was herself. Dakota is the first person to get a B in this tier list, although Georgia and Jonty said F, while her bro Lucy says S tier. Georgia also gets a B. This needs to be higher, and Will and Lucy agree with me. Liv gets a C, Ray gets the only D, which depending on the way you look at it is a good thing, and Lily gets C. The final person, Hope, gets B. Hope was also the only girl who no one voted F for. I'm a bit confused, but let me just check some of the responses here real quick. Goodness, I've gone through almost every response, but it's only a couple of Fs, not remotely enough for this to make sense. Well, Jonty's the only one left, I suppose, so I might as well check this one. Okay, so it turns out that Jonty voted F for every girl except Hope. This aligns with what I said in my last video, but from this I can tell Jonty spent the minimum amount of time possible on this quiz. Okay, time for the next tier list. Jacob gets a B here, although the responses are varied because he thinks he would be great while Isaac and Hope completely disagree with him. Will gets a C tier. Get roasted, Will, you suck. I get a solid A tier. Isaac gets a B, although very humbly he voted himself for S tier. Jonty gets C. Dylan gets C as well, although he humbles himself this time by voting himself for F. Corinne gets a C, Bethany gets a C, Lucy gets a B, Dakota gets a C, Georgia gets a C, and Liv gets a D. That was a very long sentence. I would say more about these, but there isn't too much interesting stuff going on here, except that there is a lot of Fs here for some reason. Now, Ray is an interesting one. She gets a C overall, but this is primarily... But this is primarily a balancing act, as she has 4 Fs, while Lily and Dylan say S. It seems that in Among Us, Ray would be a wild card of sorts. Lily gets a C, her boyfriend voted F. Hope gets a B, and yet again, Hope is the only girl that didn't get an F. This is very confusing. I'm going to check the survey results again.
A few moments later.
Goodness! I've looked through every single person's results again, but I still can't find a reason for all these Fs. Oh, actually, I haven't looked at Jonty's yet, but there's no way he's responsible for this 2 questions in a row.
Minimum amount of time possible on this quiz.
We've still got 2 tier lists left, but you might be getting bored, so instead, we're going to do a Hunger Games simulator. Okay, so I'm now here on the Hunger Games website. You see I'm scrolling up and down here. So, this is a thing a long time ago in our group. We just sent random Hunger Games events to each other. And now I'm just doing one, but in a more formal manner, so we can share the funny moments together. Over the screen, of course. How pleasant is that in our current modern day society? Anyway, so we currently have 15 players in this. I'm going to show you them all very quickly. Gotta love these photos, especially me. Like, look at that guy. Yes, I know I'm being very creepy, but that's intentional if you think about it. Wait. I've already stuffed up. This is why I script my videos. This Will photo is a classic on my channel at this point. Next I have Hope. I didn't know what else to put on this, I'll be completely honest with you. This is Corinne. Yeah, this is from the school captain photo last year. You know, the one where Will went like, sorry, Anyways, we have Bethany, the American, and Lucy. Everyone can be so confused. It's loose string, like Lucy, loose string. I couldn't think of anything else, okay. Lily, get it, cause of Lily. And then, Liv, I have literally no idea what to put for a photo, so I just put an I don't know, so that'll have to suffice. Let us start the day. Let's just see how it all goes. Info. The bloodbath. Georgia spears loose in the abdomen. Great start. Jonty severely injures Bethany, but puts her out of misery. Wait, is Bethany already gone? Hold up, this has got violent very quickly. Then we got Isaac stays at a cornucopia for resources. Very resourceful is that man Isaac, especially in Among Us. I did not like him in Among Us. We got Will and Hope fight for a bag. Hope gives up and retreats. No duh, because Will's gravitational pull means he can get whatever the heck he wants, realistically. Ray snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. That's more of a Will thing to do, honestly. Jacob I don't think I can show that word on YouTube. Okay. Oh my goodness. What? I attack Liv. Lily protects Liv. I die. And Corinne stabs Dylan behind his back. Oh no. Now proceed. Info of day 1. Isaac chases Hope. What? Okay, the violence is coming very quickly. Well, Jacob for once being merciful to Georgia here. Corinne tries to spearfish with a trident, probably unsuccessfully. She's not very skilled in that area. How would I know? I don't. Liv runs away from Lily. Are you serious? Lily just protected her and now she's running away. Like, what is the logic of this? Will camouflages himself in the bushes. That will never work. On night 1, Lily, Georgia and Isaac sing songs together. Yes, because that man definitely loves his singing. Jacob and Corinne halt. What? So you're telling me they just decided to, hey, let's all just blank ourselves. 10 cannon shots. Bethany, Toby, Dakota, Dylan, Lucy, Jonty, Will, Liv, Hope, and Ray. There's only 5 people left. This is ridiculous. Day 2. Georgia thinks about home. Yeah, Georgia. That was so bad. Isaac shoots an arrow. Oh, okay. The violence is already ramping up. Jacob receives medical supplies. And Lily searches for water. You know what? Unless that arrow is actually deadly, then we actually had a peaceful day 1. Well, okay, night 2. Jacob and Georgia run into each other and decide to truce for the night. How good. And then Isaac strangles Lily. Okay. So we only have left for 3 people. Isaac sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Wise man, Isaac. And the truce ended quicker than it started. Because George is dead. Interesting enough that it comes to be Jacob versus Isaac. I wonder how it's going to end. Oh, feast! Jacob severely injures Isaac, but puts him out of his misery. Which means Jacob won. Well, that is something. Okay, back to the final 2 tier lists. Note, this is quality, not quantity. And that is why Jacob gets C. 120 quotes is a lot, but apparently only Jacob himself thinks they are S tier. Will, in great humility, also voted himself for S, despite getting an overall B. I barely get an A, while Isaac also gets an A. Jonty gets an A, the 3rd boy to vote himself for S. Dylan gets C, and both Corinne and Bethany get Bs. Lucy gets a B as well, although the opinions are varied. Both Hope and Bethany say yes. Jonty says F. Wow, couldn't see that coming. And Lucy herself didn't answer. Dakota gets a B, Georgia gets a B, and Liv gets a C because she got at least 1 vote in every tier. Also, for once, Jonty still voted F. He just had other people agree with him. Ray gets a C, and Lily gets a C. For this case, I want you to guess the person who voted S. You are certainly correct! And also Hope. And let's do it again. This time, guess who voted F? Congratulations, you're right again. And finally, Hope, who didn't get an F. She voted herself for S along with someone else. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Jonty's form again. I mean, surely he didn't have a clear bias in the girls again, right? I'm just gonna leave this up to interpretation at this point. Jacob gets a C, and I agree. This guy can hardly manage math, let alone a country. Will gets a B. I also got a B. Like, wait, how is this possible? I mean, the boys understand because they all voted C or less, except for Dylan, who somehow gave me an S. Okay, this guy does modern history, and he should know that just because someone is smart does not mean they're good with politics. Heck, I'm not even good with women. Isaac gets a solid A tier. This is despite both Joneses saying C. So there must be something the rest of us don't know about. Jonty gets a B. Dylan gets C, yet he voted F for himself. Corinne gets an A, no surprise here. Bethany gets a B. Lucy gets an A. Dakota gets a C, although like Dylan she voted herself for F. Georgia gets a D, which I agree with because if she got into power, I don't think anyone will be ready for it. Just don't legalize eating. Liv gets a D and Ray gets a C. Lily gets a C and, well, I wonder who was that one S. Well, I'll tell you what, it certainly wasn't Jonty. Finally, Hope gets a C. Well, look at that. The tier lists are finally completed. Anyways, before we go, our statistic. The only 2 people in the entire quiz that did not vote F a single time were Will and Bethany. Congratulations, you are the most generous with votes. This is in contrast with Jonty, who put down F 26 times. Oh man. Thanks for watching.
Apple.